Okay, here with Andrew Durante. Welcome back to international football, mate. How's it been back a part of the All Whites?
Yeah, it's great to be back. Obviously been away for a little while now, but yeah, it feels like coming back to familiar grounds. There's a lot of familiar faces here and some new faces that I need to get familiar with. But it's been great. Had a first training session today. And everything went well, and yeah, looking forward to the tough games ahead of us.
Yeah, obviously really tough opposition this weekend, and obviously following. So, what does this side need to do to be competitive with like Mexico and USA?
Yeah, there's no doubt it's going to be difficult. They're two very strong nations and very attack-minded nations. So we're going to work really hard this week on how we're going to stop them and how we can potentially beat them. There's a really strict game plan of how we're going to approach that, and it's exciting, and I think the people of New Zealand should be excited about what potentially they'll see, and it's good to be back amongst it, and you want to test yourself against the best, and these games are definitely some of the better nations in the world.
Yeah, and obviously you coming back to international football, what have you missed about international football?
Yeah, just that to drive myself to see how good I can be. Obviously international football is the pinnacle, and playing against these tough nations, Mexico and USA, and putting in strong performances, I want to add to the team in whatever way that may be, that Anthony Hudson sees fit. But yeah, there's a young team as well around me, and I want to help drive them and just try and be successful as we can as a team.
Yeah, you mentioned some of those young players. Obviously, Winston Reid's in camp this week. What have they got to learn from a guy like that who's got Premier League experience?
Yeah, mate, he's fantastic. He's playing at the top level of football in the English Premier League and playing week in, week out. And the young boys can just learn so much from him, just the way his professionalism is, the way he approaches training sessions, and just pick his brain when you get a few minutes to sit down and talk to him. These young boys should be doing as much as they can to strive to be like that and try and be at the top of their game.
And obviously the depth in the squad is really strong. How would you sum it up in terms of your time with the All Whites?
Yeah, very strong. The squad that Anthony Hudson's assembled for this camp is very strong, and even players that didn't get selected or are injured, they're knocking on the door to be part of this, and that's good. Competition is always good in football, and you want the best players available all the time, and I think it's a very strong group, and we can do some exciting things.